What's up, everybody? Welcome back. So, as you may or may not know, I am currently reading The Power of One More by Ed Mylett. And as I'm reading it and going through it, I am hopping on here and I am talking about what I've learned. And I gotta tell you, chapter 2, which is called One More and Living in Your Matrix. At first, when I started reading it, because I never saw The Matrix or any of that sequel of movies, so I know I'll probably get a lot of flack for that. Just really isn't my kind of film, right? However, as I started to read through it, I had to take some notes because I was reading it and I was like, bam, 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 and I was just writing this stuff down. Really, really scientific kind of stuff. And the one thing I know about The Matrix is that it's very scientific and computer stuff and, red pill, blue pill, which he kind of talks about in the book as well. And it was interesting and got really, really, really cool as I went through it. And he kind of broke down the relationship between The Matrix, the movie, and the point he was trying to get across in this chapter. So, starts off with talking about Neo, who I know the name of that character. Again, I never saw The Matrix, but I know who Neo is. And talks about how Neo becomes very superhuman and has superhuman gifts, right? And then calls Neo the One, right? And then as he talks about that, he gives an example, which then kind of tied it in for me. If you see a happy or a financially successful family, there's an understanding that that family was not that way before. It only became that way when the one showed up, whether it's the husband, the wife, or whoever it is, or both, right? But he talks about the one showing up and kind of changing the trajectory of their life. Hopefully I said that right, but you get what I'm saying. It changed their life going forward. And then he asks a question and says, are you the one? Or he would love for the person reading this book to become the one. And then he talks about the Matrix and he equates it to a scientific term called RAS, or RAS, which stands for Reticular Activating System. So you had to write this stuff down because a lot of it was very, again, scientific, and I just wanted to be able to get that out to you guys and kind of make it make sense, because I needed it to make sense to me because, again, very scientific, never saw the movies, so I kind of had to write it in a way where I can give it to you and you can understand what I'm saying. So the RAS, RAS, that we have in us is a filter that gives weight to the important things in our lives, but not to the things that are not important to our lives, right? So it gives weight to the things that we feel is important and the things that we want in life, but not so much the things that we don't want, right? The example he gives, and I've heard this before and I've experienced it, I'm sure you have as well. If you want to buy or you want a black truck, a blue Mercedes, or whatever specific car, house, object that you want, and you start thinking about it and you want it so bad, you start to see more of those things, more of the trucks, more of the Mercedes, more of the kind of house that you want. I've personally experienced it. I'm sure now that you're watching this, you can think about a time when you were like, I really want this. And then you start seeing it more and more and more, right? And in most instances, those things have always been there, the black trucks or the Mercedes, but because you weren't so in tune to it and wanting it, you weren't really seeing it. But once you input it into your RAS, that's what you wanted, you started to actually see it. And the things that were right there the whole time, you saw them. Crazy, right? And he states, and again, it makes true that this type of filtration system can work with your life, with your clients, with your fitness, with your health and wellness goals. If you start to put that into your mind as important as wanting to do it and feeling you deserve to do these things or get these things, more clients or whatever it is, it will start happening for you. You will start to see it manifest in your life. When you tell your mind you want something, everything slows down and your RAS reveals these things to you, right? Your inner matrix, as he called it in the book, he equates, again, matrix with RAS. Your inner matrix slows down, right? But you have to use your RAS with direction, purpose, and intention, right? You can, if garbage in, garbage out, right? So if you're constantly taking in the negative, or I can't do this, or I don't deserve that, or I won't get this, or this promotion, that's what's going to come out. That's what the world, the universe is going to present to you. When you start to put in the good and the thoughts in your mind, what you think and what you believe will be. The Secret is another book that I kind of thought about when I was reading this chapter, is like ask, believe, receive, right? If you ask for it and you believe that you deserve it, and in your mind you think about it all the time, like this is going to be yours, you will receive it, right? So when you slow down your physical and mental being, you create a space that allows you and your senses and your brain to reset. It allows it all to just reset and allows it to do what it needs to do, right? The blue pill, if you saw the movie The Matrix, again, I did not, but the blue pill, if I think it was Neo that had to take it, the blue pill was fate and the red pill was free will. And in the movie, apparently he chooses free will, the red pill, because that's what he chooses. But garbage in, garbage out, you attract what you tend to think about. So what you think about and what you want, that's what you're going to attract. So you've heard the term, like if you're negative and you think about everything negative, you're going to attract negativity, right? But when you're positive and you think positive, and positive things will happen, and positive things will happen in your life. And it's very important that we do that, because negative is easy. It's easy to woe is me. It's easy to I am where I am because this is what was meant to be. There's no upward movement for me. This is where I'm at. That's easy. It's easy for me to be in a place that I don't enjoy, that I don't like, and then just be okay with it, right? Your comfort zone or your negativity to where you are, it's easy to stay there. It's much harder to work to be more positive and put things into your mind, into your RAS, so you can start seeing positive things, right? Thinking about the promotion, or thinking about the clients, right? Because I'm a businessman. I have 2 businesses, health and wellness, and I also do life insurance. But if I think negatively about it and I go, well, that person's not going to want to lose weight, or that person doesn't want to get a policy, that's what's going to happen. But when I start to think about, yes, they want it, they need it, that's what's going to manifest itself in my life, because that's what I'm going to attract, right? So I'll close with this. Plant into the ground, the seeds that you plant into the ground, plant the things that you want to grow. Because if you plant the wrong things will grow. If you plant the good things and the things that you want, and I'm talking about planting it in your mind, right? Then the things in your life that grow will be the good things and the things that you want in your life. Your matrix, your RAS, is in your body, and it is taking in what you give it, and then what you're seeing, what's happening, what's manifesting are the things that you are inputting into your RAS, your matrix, and that's what you're seeing. So all of this just to say we need more positivity in, so more positivity can come out and we can see it. We need to ask, believe, receive what we want, we will get, we will receive, and positive, positive, positive. I gotta tell you, this chapter was a interesting chapter to read, but it really, even as scientific as it was, it really made sense when he talked about the RAS and garbage in, garbage out, and what we think we will see, what we believe will happen, will manifest itself. So the mind is a terrible thing to waste. I know we've heard that before several times, thousands of times, but it is so true. And we need to reprogram our systems to start to see better results and see things that we want, positive things as opposed to negative things. So really, really cool chapter. Chapter 3 will be next, and that will be in the next couple days. So again, if you have any comments, feel free to leave them. If you are reading the book or decide to read the book, I'd love to hear your take on that in the comments. Would be awesome. But I appreciate you again for taking time to watch this video, and I look forward to seeing you on the next one, or you seeing me on the next one. Either way, have a great rest of your day, and again, talk to y'all soon. Have a good one.